Welcome to the Tommy Caputo Show. I am Tommy. Guys, thank you for joining me tonight on this very first episode of the Tommy Caputo Show. And man, I'll tell you what, guys, this is going to be a recording, but moving forward, I'm going to be going live every Monday and Saturday night at 10 o'clock. So I hope you guys join me, and we're going to be going over everything from news, entertainment, sports, all that good stuff, life in general, man. I always wanted to do a late night talk show other than just talk about sports, right? And I hope you guys enjoy this. And if you don't, I'm sorry, but hey, you get what you get when you watch the Tommy Caputo Show. So, anyways, guys, what a crazy week it's been for one P. Diddy. And my God, if you haven't heard, well, I'm gonna go ahead and talk to you about it. But these rumors, by the way, of P. Diddy and his lifestyle has been going on for a long time. You know, I think everyone knows now, or pretty much has been known, that P. Diddy swings both ways, and there's nothing wrong with that. It is what it is, but the allegations that are coming out now are really damning to P. Diddy and really crazy, wild allegations. I'm going to go ahead and read these to you. And I said go ahead twice. Tommy two times. But anyways, I'm going to go ahead and read this. So Rodney Little Rod Jones, they called him Little Rod, alleges that Combs sexually harassed, drugged, and repeatedly and psychologically threatened him from September of 2022 to November of 2023. Jones credited with producing 9 tracks on Combs' Grammy-nominated 2023 album. I had no idea P. Diddy even had a Grammy-nominated album. So it goes to show what I know about hip-hop these days. The Love album claims that during their collaboration, Combs subjected him to continual abuse throughout his time living with Mr. Combs. Mr. Jones was the victim of constant, unsolicited, and unauthorized groping and touching of his anus by Mr. Combs. Jones filing claims. In the filing, the lawyers claimed he was drugged in February of 2023 and recalls waking up naked, dizzy, and confused. He was in bed with 2 sex workers and Mr. Combs. Jones further claims that Combs coerced him and his 30-year-old son, Justin Combs, into procuring sex workers for parties and Combs' multiple houses, threatening bodily harm if they refuse to comply. The producers also asserts that he has hundreds of hours of video and audio capturing Combs and his staff engaging in serious illegal activity during that time. The lawsuit claims that among these recordings is evidence of Mr. Combs providing laced alcohol beverages for minors and sex workers at his homes in California, New York, and the U.S. Virgin Islands and Florida. Additional defendants listed in the suit includes Combs' Chief of Staff Christina Karam, Universal Music Group Chief Executive Sir Lucian Griange, and former Motown Records CEO Ethiopia, I don't know if I'm saying her name right, Ethiopia Habtamiram. Jones is seeking $30 million in compensation. Diddy's response to the lawsuit, he says it's pure fiction, and we will address these outlandish allegations in court and take all appropriate action against those who make them. What other sexual misconduct lawsuits has Diddy faced? Jones' legal claim is one of several sexual lawsuits filed against Combs in recent months, including a case from his former ex-girlfriend, R&B singer Casey, that was settled last year. Casey's legal name is Cassandra. Let's see here. Combs brought her into a strenuous, fast-paced, and drug-fueled lifestyle not long after she met him and signed to the label when she was 19, and he was 37. The suit alleged that, prone to uncontrollable rage, he subjected her to savage beatings in which he punched, kicked, and stomped her. It accused that he piled her with drugs, or he plied her with drugs and forced her to have sex with other men while he masturbated and filmed them. The suit was settled in just one day, with both parties saying it had been resolved amicably. Wow. So also, by the way, I don't know if this is in this article. Let me remove that real quick for you guys. But Cuba Gooding Jr. is also in this lawsuit. That Little Rod is his name. Let me see if I'm making his name wrong. I think it's Little Rod. Yeah, Little Rod claimed that P. Diddy made him go on a boat or a yacht with Cuba Gooding Jr. while Cuba Gooding Jr. Basically forced himself on Little Rod. Wild allegations against P. Diddy. But once again, this is nothing new when it comes to P. Diddy. We all know about his parties that he throws, $1 million parties, that are very selective on who goes there. I've heard people tell stories about how, unbelievable, wild events take place there. The drugs, the underage women. But this probably goes deeper than that. So I do got some other stuff here. Let's see, some videos of his former bodyguard actually talking about P. Diddy. Go ahead and play that right now for you guys. And this is a little wild too.
This is a lawsuit, right? Little Rod, he alleges that, Diddy told him personally that he had sex with Usher. And when you look at the lawsuit, even though they got Usher name redacted, you could tell who it is because they describe him as the guy that performed at the Super Bowl.
Right.
So, we all know who that is, but how you feel about that, man?
Well, I mentioned that earlier, that he said about Stevie J. The Usher part, that's a touchy situation, man. But he got on Shay Shay and he mentioned how great and how good Puff taught him and everything. You know what I'm saying? About the business. I know, and people know, that was around that in that time that Puff and Usher did have a situation. And that situation led Usher to the hospital. Now I let Usher explain that to y'all. I let Usher tell that story. But how dare you say a man that groomed you, you gonna give him a pass? Now I'm telling that because you taking up for somebody that you know and a lot of more people know didn't do you right. Let Usher explain that to you. Let Usher mama explain that to you. And the hospital was in Scarsdale, New York.
Guys, I'm telling you guys, this whole Diddy situation is getting wilder by the day. And then, of course, all these other videos coming out with him and Justin Bieber when Justin Bieber was, I think, 14 or something like that. They're saying it was just really awkward, videos of him and Justin. Here's another video here of his bodyguard talking about.
Looking at this lawsuit, right? Little Rod, he alleges that, Diddy told him personally that he had sex with Usher. And when you look at the lawsuit, even though they got Usher name redacted, you could tell who it is because they describe him as the guy that performed at the Super Bowl.
Right.
So, we all know who that is, but...
Guys, let me tell you something, man. I honestly... I feel bad. I really feel bad right now for Usher being thrown in this mess that P. Diddy has got himself into. Y'all thought the R. Kelly situation was bad. Let me tell you something. When everything hits the surface with this whole P. Diddy mess, it's gonna that R. Kelly situation that happened is gonna be nothing compared to what comes out, against P. Diddy. Will he go to prison? That's another story. That's a whole other story. We all know about the 1999 shooting with P. Diddy and Shine that took the rap. Everybody in hip hop knows about that story, which was wild. And listen, let me tell you guys something. When you have money, money equals power. And I think P. Diddy understands that. He uses that for his advantage. Unfortunately for R. Kelly wasn't in the same, money, right? He didn't have the same kind of money as Puff Daddy to beat the case. But I think right now, P. Diddy right now, he might get away with a lot of, maybe most to all of this. He seems to be settling out of court mighty fast. Let me tell you something. When you settle out of court in one day, it kind of shows your guilt right there. So, once again, though, proven, innocent until proven guilty. But everybody that knows hip hop, that's been following hip hop, knows that P. Diddy, these stories have been circulating for years now. And honestly, it's fascinating, and I can't wait to hear more, because this is just the beginning, guys. It's just the beginning. So let's get back to this former bodyguard of his, talking about this lawsuit.
How you feel about that, man?
Well, I mentioned that earlier, that he said about Stevie J. The Usher part, that's a touchy situation, man. You know what I'm saying? Because I had a certain feeling, and I felt a certain way when Usher got on Shay Shay, and I don't mean to mention other people's platforms, but he got on Shay Shay and he mentioned how great and how good Puff taught him and everything. You know what I'm saying? About the business, right? I know, and people know, that was around that in that time that Puff and Usher did have a situation. And that situation led Usher to the hospital. Now I let Usher explain that to y'all. I let Usher tell that story. Yeah. But how dare you say a man that groomed you gonna give him a pass? Bro, frame you on something. Remember, Usher? We was at the Swiss Hotel. Puff had Kim in the room. Had one of Keith Sweat's baby mothers in the big room outside the master bedroom. He came outside in his robe. She gave him a fellatio right there. His back was turned to me. She gave him a fellatio. You knocked on the door. I came and opened the door for you. Puff went in the room. You came in the room and kissed that girl dead in her mouth. Now I'm telling that because you taking up with somebody.
Oh, no. Usher. Come on, man. Come on, Usher. Oh, man. Yeah, I feel bad for Usher. I really do. And there's more that's gonna come out, guys. More is gonna come out, man. Oh, good Lord, man. I don't know what you do right now if you're Usher. Honestly, I don't know what you do, man. Because you got a lot of people coming out that are former employees, and this guy's a former bodyguard who was there. Okay, I don't know what he has to gain from telling this story. So I don't know how Usher gets out of this one. Though, I will say this, though. Usher right now is really not relevant in the music business anymore. He did the Super Bowl, But as far as making music, you know, ain't nobody listening to any current Usher songs. I couldn't even tell you the last song he did. So I don't know if it hurts his career, because his career has kind of been over. He's probably just doing tours now. Obviously, he did the Super Bowl, but yeah, this is still gonna hurt him, maybe legacy wise. But I don't know. I don't know. It's still it's rough. It's rough.
You know, and a lot of more people know, didn't do you right when you was at Diddy camp. Y'all put it together.
And what you mean by Diddy camp?
Remember? He was on one of the talk shows, the white guy with the curly hair. What's his name? The white guy with the curly hair. And he said, yo, would you send your son to Diddy camp? And Usher said, no. Ask him why he won't send him to Diddy camp.
Diddy camp?
But yet and still you praise him.
Who's sending their kids to Diddy camp?
I know you can't go into detail, but you said that it was a situation where Diddy sent him to the hospital?
Let Usher explain that to you. Let Usher mama explain that to you.
Oh my God. Guys, brutal, man. Let me see if I see any other, you know, this is the one here. It's like kind of cringy.
Everything's good? Selling out arenas and everything? Starting to act different, huh? You ain't been calling me and hanging out the way we used to hang out.
Well, I mean, you try to get in contact with me, you know, through all my, partners and whatnot. Mm-hmm. But you never really got my number, so.
Right. Okay.
My number?
Yeah. Everything's good.
Bieber's like, yeah, bro. It's cause like you're like 50, and I'm like a kid. Like we're like way different in age. You're like a grown ass fucking man. Right? Fuck, we gonna hang out for you so you can get me go to your fucking Diddy camp, lace me with your drinks. You know what I mean? Like Bieber, Bieber right now is at home going, thank God I didn't go to no damn Diddy camp. Hang out with me, Diddy. Because let me tell you something too. Bieber already has his own, he has his own, demons, right? That he's dealing with. He didn't need the Diddy drama right now on top of that. So luckily for Bieber, at least from what I heard or know, nothing going on with the Bieber thing. As far as Bieber being involved in any of this. But yeah, man, so many stories here. If you just go on Twitter, X is what they call it now, and just look up these videos, podcasts of people talking, it's just wild. I mean, this is Kevin Hart actually at one of the P. Diddy's parties.
We want to thank you. Come here. Don't sit on the bed at night. No homo. No, just don't get close to the bed. Don't get close. But it's just like, we want to thank you for hosting the thing, man. It's been a pleasure. You didn't have to do it, and you did it.
No. I definitely didn't have to do it. I definitely didn't have to. First and foremost, I'm not getting in the bed. Shouts out to him and what he did. I'm just gonna, if we can, let's just put the camera a little this way, just so we're not. I don't want my shot to even I don't want it to come close to the bed at all. I should look like he fresh off a goddamn plane. I should
fresh off the garden stage. That's my brother right here from day one. We used to wake up and pause, but like that's how. I mean, back in the days when he was like 10 and I was a little bit older, his older brother, we used to fight over the Frosted Flakes. You know what I'm saying? Before pause was invented. You know what I'm saying? But it's my brother for real. We used to actually wrestle off of the Frosted Flakes because he used to always get up early. Now he's one of the richest stars in the world.
What the fuck did Puff just say? Nobody's gonna acknowledge this for me. Puff just said we used to wrestle over the Frosted Flakes, and we're streaming live. That was stupid. Listen, that was fucking stupid.
Very interesting. I tell you what, man, Kevin Hart, who's been to a few of Diddy's parties, probably knows a lot, guys, or has done a lot. You know, and I'm very curious too if his name ever gets dragged into all this. Let's see, Diddy Party was Justin Bieber giving. Oh yeah, it looked like he's having too much. Oh my God. So guys, just wow. So that, you know, that's it for P Diddy talk. I'll definitely be following up with the story because I just think there's going to be more to come in the leading days and weeks when it comes to Puff Daddy. Is that his name now? Puff Daddy? Am I saying it wrong? Is it just Diddy now? Remember when he changed his name so many times? It was Sean Puffy Combs, then it was Diddy, then it was P Diddy, or no, it was P Diddy, now it's Diddy. And J-Lo dated this dude. You know Ben Affleck right now, who is, I believe he's married to J-Lo, right? You know he is asking her a ton of questions, if he hasn't already. But you best believe he's saying, one, what the hell did you guys do in the bedroom? Because now I gotta know. Two, did you ever go to one of these parties? And what else do you fucking know about P. Diddy? What haven't you told me that I should know about? She probably knows a lot or has a lot of dirt on P. Diddy with their short time together. But yeah, that guys, let me tell you something, man. The entertainment business, and just in general, people with money. I'm talking about people with money like P. Diddy, people with big money. I'm not talking about small change, six-figure money. I'm talking about multi-millionaires. They get away with a lot of stuff, and I will always wonder why they do the things they do when it comes to the extreme stuff like this, like these allegations, right? Kevin Spacey is another guy that got caught up, that I never knew about, right? R. Kelly, OJ fucking Simpson, right? Like I don't get why. They feel like they're unstoppable, and I'm guessing it's the money, right? I'm guessing they feel like no matter what they do, they can get out of it. And do they get bored, right? Do they get bored of the norm? Like, I don't know. It's crazy to me. Now, the R. Kelly thing, by the way, guys, I got to say this too. I will say this. What is your guys' thoughts on people that get arrested or go to jail for heinous things, right? Murder or the R word or just whatever, just awful things. But they've done unbelievable things, like maybe they were a great artist or a great musician. For instance, Michael Jackson. Come on, folks. We all know what Michael Jackson was. We all know. Don't lie to yourself. Don't pretend that he don't pretend to yourself that stuff didn't happen, because he had a problem, clearly, and his problem had to do with underage boys. And just like P. Diddy, there's going to be people like Usher, right? That defended Michael Jackson, right? There are some people. Corey Feldman has been one of those, right? But even Corey Feldman, I believe a few years back, even he said, it's getting a little bit difficult for me to defend everything he's done or has been accused of. But when you have money like Michael Jackson he never saw prison cell. But my question to you is, just like Michael Jackson, you still listen to his music, right? A lot of people do. Now, I'm sure some people tuned off Michael Jackson. Some people tuned off R. Kelly. Some people are going to probably tune off P. Diddy if anyone's even listening. P. Diddy, I mean, he's made. I'll be honest with you. He's made some good music, but I'm not a huge Diddy guy. I don't listen to P. Diddy on my Spotify or anything. But he's had some good songs, no doubt. But I'll tell you what, I'll still listen. I'll still listen to R. Kelly. I'll still listen to a good Michael Jackson song. So I'm different in that way. I feel like it doesn't take away from the greatness they achieved and what they've done, whatever they did. If they were a movie actor, a musician, or artist, you can't really take that away from them. Now, of course, it's up to you if you want to, not listen to their music or not watch their movies or not buy their artwork, whatever. But I just feel different. I'm still going to listen to their music. I'm still going to talk about their achievements and what they've done. But that doesn't mean that I think the individual person is a good person. So what's your thoughts on that, guys? I'm just curious on your thoughts on, that, because if you guys remember when R. Kelly, when all that came out and he got arrested, I believe Spotify initially, and I don't know if they still did, Spotify, YouTube, I think YouTube still canceled R. Kelly's music videos. So if you go on YouTube, there'll be a few, but it's not from R. Kelly. I think it's uploaded by some random people upload R. Kelly videos, but I believe they canceled him, basically. Took his stuff off their channel, or off their platform, that is. So I don't think that's right. I think as an individual, like me, I listen, if I don't want to listen to it, then I won't. But don't make a decision for me. I don't like that. You know what I mean? Like, keep his music up there. Plain and simple. You didn't do that for Michael Jackson. Just because Michael Jackson didn't go to jail doesn't mean that if R. Kelly was found not guilty, I wonder if they still would have canceled him. But because he was found guilty and went to prison, they canceled him. So, Michael Jackson, because he never went to trial, maybe it was different. Maybe they feel differently. I don't know, but I kind of feel like, I don't like when people make a decision for me. I'm totally against that. I'm curious what you guys feel about that. So that's the P. Diddy news. That's the P. Diddy news of the week. That's the crazy story going on as far as music goes. But yeah, man, just wild. By the way, in other entertainment news, Jon Stewart from The Daily Show lost his dog. And man, I totally feel his pain. I understand, what he went through, what he's going through. His dog's name was Dipper. He adopted the dog years ago. I believe the dog was 12 years old from an animal shelter. And the dog was missing a leg. I believe he got hit by a car. But he a lot of people don't understand, man. Pets and dogs and cats, they become like our children, right? Like anyone that's a dog owner, for the most part. Now, there's some terrible dog owners and animal owners out there, don't get me wrong. But there's a lot of unbelievable ones that treat their dogs, cats, like family, like their kids. And you could tell, man, if you guys watched his show a few days ago, he talked about it at the end, and man, he was crying. And it got me, man. I'm a big dog person, man. I love animals in general, though. Cats, dogs, all animals. But I'm a big dog person. I've always believed in adopting, and it got me, man. I'm not gonna lie. Shed a tear, man, because I felt his pain, man. I really did. And all I can tell you is, man, all dogs go to heaven. I truly believe that. I lost my dog about 4 years ago. Xena, she was 18 years old. It just sucks, man, because you guys know it's coming. You know it's going to happen one day. and you know, you're kind of prepared for it, but when it happens, it's still so heartbreaking. And it just sucks that, you know, God only gives us, you know, so much time with our precious fur babies, right? So, you know, shout out, you know, to Dipper. Rest in peace, man. You know, John will be joining you someday in the future. And you're up there with my dogs, right? You're up there with Wody and Xena. So, and all my other pups that passed away when I was younger. So, you know, if anyone has a pet, man, you know, you guys know exactly what it's going through. So that was the other entertainment news for the week. And that's it, man. So listen, guys, this was my first video. I'm going to be going live, like I said, moving forward. I just wanted to get this out of the way. I wanted to get it out of the way. I told you guys I was going to do this show, and I kept putting it off. And I was like, you know what? F it. Fuck it. Let's do it. Let's do a pilot episode, right? A pilot podcast. Get it out there. You know, break the ice. And I hope you guys liked it. I hope you enjoyed this show. If you didn't, I don't know what to tell you. I guess don't watch. But I really hope you did enjoy it. And yeah, I hope to see you guys on the next show, which is going to be live. And guys, man, subscribe to the Mafia Sports Report. We're doing big things over here. As you guys know, Friday Night Lights is back. We'll be on tonight, actually, at 8:30. We have our Monday show. That will be returning once preseason starts back up with me and Mikey. We have our Tuesday Nuclear Heat Wrestling podcast. That covers all professional wrestling, pro wrestling, WWE, AEW, NXT, all that crap. So wrestling nerds, this is for you every Tuesday at 7:30. Wednesdays, Mafia Talk. Jay, because they are new to the channel. They've been here about a month, so they're kind of new, but man, they're killing it. They're my dogs, man. Love them. I'm so grateful to have them on Mafia Sports Report. So look for them every Wednesday at 10 p.m. And that's it, man. So once again, guys, I'll be doing this Mondays and Saturdays at 10 p.m. So I'll see you then, man. Until next time, I'm out of here. I love you. Peace.